What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Far Cry 6 video, and today let's take a look at some really awesome unique weapon skins that you can find in the game. And though these might not be the strongest weapons of them all, they definitely look really awesome, and you can also unlock them as skins for some of your other weapons that you might be using. As always, a thumbs up on the video would be super appreciated, and let's jump right into it. Let's begin with a really awesome SMG Isimo that you can get from the La Baya bar right here on this side of the map. I believe that there's even a quest that brings you here eventually, but all you have to do is to take down a number of enemies, and then the chest will be right here out in the open. I already opened it up in this footage, but the weapon looks something like this. It's a really awesome, unique, kind of like golden accents SMG that you can also apply the skin of on your other SMGs that might be way better. So overall, it's pretty amazing, but when it comes to mods, it has incendiary rounds and also a silencer. It's pretty decent, not gonna lie. Like, SMGs are pretty powerful in Far Cry 6, and you can use this to, well, still deal headshots, but its biggest advantage is the fact that it sets enemies on fire, which means they will be too busy to attack you because they need to put it off in the first place. Its reload all mod is also quite useful, because if you reload this weapon, it's also going to reload your other weapons, and SMGs don't take too long to reload, so there's quite a nice advantage over there with this one. But moving on to number 2, there's a very unique sniper rifle in the game that has one of the best possible skins, at least in my opinion, and that is gonna be the TransSubstantiator. And you can find it both during a mission right here in the northern part of the Valley del Oro, but you can also go here way earlier than that. There's a sewer you can drop into, and inside of the sewers you're going to find this chest that gives you access to the rifle. And this is basically an oversized syringe with some pretty interesting substance inside of it, and of course it's gonna make a lot more sense if you also play that mission later. But it comes with some pretty decent mods. It has the soft body rounds, it also has improved reload speed, and a chance to heal on dealing damage with the vampiric rounds as well. It also has some really high damage on it, so you're going to deal some nice damage to body shots. It's still amazing at like doing headshots, of course, but it comes with the body shots attachment as well. On top of that, I wouldn't say that this weapon particularly excels in anything. Of course, the 8x scope on it is really good against far targets, but otherwise this is a weapon that you would probably get just for the skin, so that you can apply it on some of the better choices in the non-unique rifle category. Also, while you're still in the Valley del Oro region, just head over a little bit southeast of the previous point in this house right here, because right inside of it, next to this bed, you're going to find another chest that gives you the HiFi Rifle. Now, the mods on it are pretty good for a rifle that's only 3 stars, so it comes with the blast round, it also has tactical sights, and it even more so comes with the canted sight, which means you can switch between these, between long and short range or medium range, and kind of have everything into one single rifle without having to invest anything on top. On top of that, it also comes with a preloader, which improves the speed of replacing a partially used magazine, and a gut wrencher, which improves body shot weapon damage. So all in all, this would be pretty great against most of the targets, as long as they don't have like heavy armor and whatnot. You can deal high damage to the body, you can deal high damage to the heads. It's also pretty okay at taking down helmets, but not like the greatest. It's probably gonna be way better at shooting down helicopters from my experience, but its main advantage comes from the fact that you can switch between the scopes on the fly, and it's like super helpful in combat to like take down enemies both from far and from close range. But let's move over to number 4, and this is a pretty interesting shotgun that you get from a treasure hunt called the Long Drop. You can find it right here in the El Este region, and it's gonna be right next to one of these dams. Your objective here is to, well, open up this door, but you don't have the access key. The access key is on a guard that unfortunately is dead and inside of the water, so you kind of need to drain the dam. To do that, just take up these stairs, go onto the other side of the dam where you will see this building. Now, to get access inside of the building, you actually have to go to its left side, climb onto the balcony, and look through this window to take down the lock that kind of keeps the door closed. And once you're done with that, go inside of it, and here is the next bit of the puzzle. You have to activate these buttons and like these valves in a certain order. You can see the order if you go into the main control room, and there's going to be a letter here that kind of explains it. So first you have to activate the sluice control by the calendar, which is going to be this button right here next to the calendar, as you can see on to the right side of the room. After that, you have to press the button onto the side of the hydraulic monitor machine, which is going to be this one, and then finally you have to turn the pressure valve in the middle, which is going to be right here. Once you're done with that, simply go back into the main control room and then press the last button, which will activate the dam. Once you're done with that, get outside of the building, and what you will want to do is to go into the middle of the dam right here and jump down, because there's going to be the body of the guard that holds the key you need to open up the main stash. So do that, even use this grappling hook, of course, to descend way easier, and then also use the same grappling hook to get your way back to the top of the bridge. Once you're done with that, head over back to the main control room, and congratulations, you just got the Excavation Execution, which is a pretty interesting shotgun. So this one comes with the poison shells. It's going to pretty much poison enemies. You kind of shoot a number of buckshot shells that also poison enemies, which means they instantly get knocked off to the ground, meaning that they are super easy targets. I think that a lot of people kind of put off poison for some reason in this game, even though, as I've said in previous videos, it's a really amazing mod to have. Like, these rounds are pretty good. It instantly kills animals, and especially so the guard dogs, but it's also good against like armored enemies because they are completely disabled, meaning you can take them down with a machete or just have them disabled momentarily, because yeah, they also take damage over time, they're poisoned, and eventually they also get sick. And finally, we have the Pistola Sportiva, which is a pistol, a side weapon you can get in the El Marathon field on the outskirts of Esperanza. So all you have to do is to just go inside of the field, go up these stairs in the stadium to find this kind of like commentator's booth, and all you have to do is to open up the chest, which will give you access to the pistol. The weapon is using blast rounds. It also comes with the fast reload mod and also the nimble mod, which makes it easier for you to move when you're aiming with a weapon. It's a pretty good weapon to have, not gonna lie. The handling on it is of course its biggest feature, because you can pretty much aim very easy at body parts. Against some of the targets that don't use like the big oversized helmets, you can definitely take them down in just a couple of shots, but against those that do have like the big armors, especially the high-end enemies, you're going to have to shoot quite a lot until you take down those armors, and then you can like do headshot damage. And I think that this is it with most of the weapons. I believe that we've covered most of them you can find in Far Cry 6. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.